Welcome to Riverside, California for the Division III Warmup, part of Skide Magazine's 2013 college tour presented by Spin Ultimate. I'm Elliot Trotter. We had an exciting weekend out here in California as Division III teams look to prove themselves for the first time this season.
First round Saturday morning, we check out Connecticut College versus Westmont. Connecticut in white with a strong first half continues to add points to their score pile with this goal, making it 9-4. But Black is not backing down yet. Next point, Westmont's Andrew Merrill gets this big foot block that turns into a score from about 30 yards out. In the end, they couldn't catch up as Connecticut College pulls this one away, making it 11-5. We step over to the next field where the Carlton Gods of Plastic were fighting a close one with Amherst. Second half, GOP goes big and gets lucky as an Amherst defender trips. Then it's an easy one from Andre Berglund to Will Gangi Maynard to make it 10-9, GOP's favor. Amherst answers back as their handlers work it down and find Locke Whitney in the end zone, 10s all around. Universe point as Amherst D gets this sick layout to get the disc back. A few throws later, and they huck for the win, but get denied in the end zone by GOP's Kyle Markwalter. Carlton's O marches down and clenches the victory as Nico Duffy tolls the line. Final score 11-10. Round 2 of pool play now, and we catch back up with Connecticut College, who find themselves facing the fresh Claremont Brain Eaters coming off a bye. Second half, Jake Coleman almost gets this layout Callahan, but Connecticut keeps possession to score, tying it up at 7s in a game to 9. After a Claremont score to make it 8-7, Connecticut's Max Weigert puts this one in to score despite Claremont's layout effort. Universe point and the Brain Eaters work it down off this Alex Groover swing to Devin Drury, who hits Daniel Geller to claim the W. Third round of pool play and a fired-up Carlton are ready to face Claremont. Jumping in at 7-4, Claremont in white leads. The Brain Eaters' Abe McKay gets this run through D as their offense feasts on GOP's zone. Jeremy Brecker-Hameson hitting Coleman to take half 8-4. Second half 9-6. This marathon point is prolonged by two sweet layout Ds in a row, one from GOP and the other Claremont. Later, GOP gets an easy one to make it 9-7, but it wasn't enough as Claremont ends up taking the upset victory 11-7.
We got so many Ds. We were just playing incredibly hard, and then our zone offense was also amazing. I don't think we've ever played that consistent before. Huge shout out to everyone on my team. They all played amazing. We just played great.
Round 4, and we find ourselves in a tight matchup between the University of Puget Sound and St. John's. This enormous layout score by Ryan Moord puts BAM out in front 9-8. But the last quarter of the game was all UPS. Spencer Sheridan gets this D and finishes at the other end with a big backhand huck from Jonas Cole for the full field bookends. 10-10. Next point, and the Postmen's Jonas Cole throws this risky end zone shot, and big guy Dylan Harrington makes the play. 11-10. Puget Sound goes on to win it 13-10.
We just tried to simplify the game as much as possible and do what we know how to do best. We broke it down into two halves and did our best to win every point and win each half. And simple, boring ultimate is what we usually do, and all worked out well. We came out on top in the end.
Saturday was an exciting day of pool play seedings, seeing the University of Puget Sound take down 1 seed St. John's and Claremont beating Carlton GOP only to fall to Pacific Lutheran. Rice and Amherst looked strong but couldn't quite break into that top group. Early Sunday means bracket play, and Pacific Lutheran University takes on Rice in the play-in bracket. Rice has something to prove after just coming off a sloppy loss to Puget Sound in the remainder of pool play. Rice's Amoud Desai looking good on D as he prevents the PLU score. Looking just as good on O, Brett Virgin Downey breaks to Mike Drury, who hits Salman Araj for the +1. PLU still putting up a good fight with this sweet sky by Craig Chamberlain over Fraser Lilstrom. Pacific Lutheran would fall by 3. Final score 10-13, Rice. Gopp facing St. John's Bam as Carlton's Nico Duffy straddles the end zone line after a huge huck. Trying to score, but Bam's Dan Cahill says nope with this sick full extension layout D. Same point, Gopp looking for the end zone, but is denied once again, this time by Patrick Kunkel. But St. John's D just couldn't keep the GOP scoring machine from turning off as Will Gongi Maynard scores. 13-8, Carlton advances. Semis find Rice pitted against the University of Puget Sound. Coming out of half, Rice down by 4 look big as Mike Drury gets large over Postmen's Alan Henze, giving Rice 5 to UPS's 8. Not to be outdone, next point Eric Hoffenbeck sends a forehand to a covered Sam Berkelhammer, who snatches it over Wally Lang to keep adding tallies. UPS would go on to win this one handily, 13-7. On the other side of the semis bracket, a rematch between Claremont and GOP. Both teams bringing an intense sideline. GOP potentially low on energy after a big battle with St. John's. We jump to second half and the back and forth game continues as Gongi Maynard sends this one to a quick Reese Lindmark for the Carlton score. Claremont sees that and raises when Daniel Geller breaks to an open Devin Drury. Gods of Plastic repeat themselves, putting this one in to the corner of the end zone. But Claremont edges a victory, winning 13-11, making it Brain Eaters versus the Postmen in the finals. Last year's D3 runner-up UPS faces the 2011 champion Claremont. The Postmen, however, jumped to an early lead, 4-0, but Claremont determined to score as Abe McKay saves at midfield, leading them to a congested end zone score to get on the board, 4-1. After half, Claremont fought back to make it 7-9, but UPS had these back-to-back hammers to get themselves into double digits, 10-7 UPS. A few points later, Brain Eaters down 9-13 as Ian Brown resorts to witchcraft. Hammer fake to forehand score, 10-13. But UPS controlled this final, proving too big to handle as Eric Hopfenbeck throws the game winner to Daniel Moselle. UPS over Claremont, 15-11.
This is a great victory for UPS. It's obviously a warm-up, so we're looking to improve a lot as the season progresses, but it feels real good and we'll enjoy it for now, and then we'll work hard and keep getting better.
It's really great to have a early season D3 tournament, just to give the whole rest of the season context. And even D3 teams who didn't come, it promotes the division enormously. So I think it's really good for D3, and I'm really excited to run it in future years.
And that wraps our coverage of the Division III warm-up presented by Spin Ultimate. I'm Elliot Trotter. Thanks for watching.